My dog just gagged. Your ass is fat, dude. I assume that you're insecure about how Georgia is always in the spotlight. If Georgia didn't do YouTube, then you wouldn't either. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry for not being active for the past 2 weeks. And yes, I am filming this video because I have no other ideas. This week, I'm doing an assumptions about me video. So I asked you all on my Instagram to send in some assumptions you had about me, and I'm gonna like say if they're true or false, I guess. It is so cold in Australia. I'll probably have this blanket around me the whole time. Don't mind the absolute mess that is my bedroom. I was gonna film it in the car, but we've been in the car the past couple of videos, so I thought maybe not. You wanna go brunette? I actually really wanted to dye my hair brunette for a long time. I've been blonde my whole life, and I kind of just wanted to change, but like I have been blonde my whole life and I'm like only used to being blonde. I don't know if I will. It'll be a very thought through decision. People will unfollow me for dyeing my hair. It's stupid and it's silly because sometimes as an influencer I have to think of these things. You are often compared to Georgia. Yes, me and Georgia get compared a lot. What siblings don't get compared? I think I just get compared a lot more because I have access to a lot more people. But like, what teacher doesn't say you're Bob's sister, you know? I think it's silly to compare us with our work. I've actually got a couple comments like saying, you know, you'll never be as good as Georgia, you're trying to be Georgia, and you know what, I won't ever be as good as Georgia because we do different things and you can't compare pears to apples. She does comedy and scripted stuff. I do stuff like this and lifestyle and vlog. You can't compare two different things. The things we do are very different. You have a shoe size of 7. Sometimes you feel like you've been forced into this job of an influencer because of Georgia. Yes and no. I like this job. If I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't be. But I wouldn't have this job if Georgia didn't do it because I wouldn't have known about it. I wouldn't have had that leverage that Georgia did give me to have this platform. And there is not one day that I go around saying that I did this by myself. I very much had to step up with Georgia. You're confident with your appearance. Not exactly. I think I come across that way and I try to come across that way. I try to be very confident with my appearance, but there are some times when I don't feel as confident and there are some weeks where I feel pretty down and pretty shit about myself. But healing isn't linear and it's ups and downs. I'm pretty confident sometimes and then, you know, I might not exercise for a week and then I feel really unfit, you know? You're super nice but shy towards most people. True? If I'm meeting someone at the club and we're in the dance floor, I'm pretty extroverted because we're all just dancing, having some fun. I've got a bit of alcohol in my system. I'm confident. You're working really hard on your mental health. Go you. Which is why there's less videos. I'd say yes and no. Sometimes I'm just lazy. At one stage, I was trying to get a video out. I had to film and edit it in 3 days, which is not enough time to film and edit the video that I wanted to make. I wanted to make it really quality and it wasn't enough time. And I had to do that in 3 days because I was leaving for Sydney to record the podcast for 2 days. Hey everyone, me again. Just a little pause in the video. So I've been pretty honest within these assumptions, but if you want to get the real tea outside of these assumptions, you should listen to my podcast, Gee Thanks. One of the biggest assumptions that we get is that me and Georgia get on all the time, which is just so not the case, and you will find that out if you listen to Gee Thanks. Because in Gee Thanks for Sister Fight, one of the episodes that we did, we talked about one of the biggest fights we've ever had, and it got pretty tense. We even fight during the podcast most days. Most siblings don't get along. We also made an episode all about YouTube, cameras, editing software, and how you can start your own channel. You get the full inside scoop of how to start a YouTube channel, which me and George always get a lot of questions about below here on YouTube comments. All of our episodes are catered to you guys and what we think you guys would like to hear, as well as a lot of episodes based on advice, which I know you guys really like, as I got some really positive feedback on my recent Big Sister chat video. The podcast is basically a longer version of that video that comes out every week. So listen in Wednesdays at 5 PM Australian time. You are naturally brunette. No. I've always been blonde my whole life. I was white, like white when I was a kid. But I am a bit darker than this. I do get like highlights and foils in my hair. Your screen time actually isn't that bad. I actually have no idea. How do I check it? 4 hours and 27 minutes per day. Is that good? I don't really know. I feel like that's not very good. TikTok is 6 hours and 37 minutes. Wow. 6 hours and 37 minutes on TikTok a week. And then Snapchat is almost 6 hours too. You prefer TikTok over Instagram? Yeah and no. Sometimes I have to go off TikTok because I just like too much. But I feel like TikTok's very much more inclusive and you know, you don't have to be looking a certain way. I feel like Instagram's very posed, very fake at times and not very real. Whereas I feel like TikTok, a lot of people post videos and they're just laying in bed. You are single and ashamed of it. Fuck no. The heck? Why ever never would anyone ever be ashamed of being single. I'm the first person to make a joke out of it. Like, being single is not a bad thing at all. You're learning how to love yourself. You're learning a lot about yourself. I don't need another person to make myself happy. I can make myself happy. If there was to be another person in my life, they would just add to that. I assume that you're insecure about how Georgia is always in the spotlight. No, I'm kind of just used to it. And I know that a lot of you now watch me for me and not just because Georgia's in the videos, because obviously she's like never in my videos. I haven't really thought about it that way. You wish you didn't expose your past relationship online. Hell yeah. You're not straight, bi or something, I don't know. I got so many of these. So many of you think I'm bi. I must just give off bi energy. I don't know what it is. No, I'm straight. I always like pee-pee. Although I think girls are pretty, like who doesn't have a crush on Zendaya? Billie Eilish. But I don't have the desire to kiss any of them. So if Georgia didn't do YouTube, then you wouldn't either. Yes, correct. If Georgia didn't do YouTube, I wouldn't know what it is, and I would never have the guts to post a first video. I would never be brave enough to do that and put myself out there. You're low-key sad that Georgia moved out. Correct. That was like 3 months after school and before uni. I just had nothing to do when I woke up. I woke up, mum and dad were at work. It was just me and Mindy. And I did like every single puzzle we owned in the household, and I got 5 more for Christmas, and I also did those. But now I wake up and have to do uni work. You're a secret agent from the government and Scott Morrison is your best friend. Don't even joke about that. I hate Scott Morrison. Scott Morrison can shove it up. Your last name was Taylor. No, that's just wrong. You love YouTube, but you don't like the process that comes with it, filming and editing, etc. Correct. I like filming. Editing is where I get stuck. If I don't feel really happy with the video or I don't feel motivated to edit, it's very hard to keep editing. And editing just takes a lot of time, so it's hard to prioritize it when I've got uni work to do or podcast work to do. Editing kind of comes last on my priority list, which is why I don't always upload every week. That you wish your followers weren't so judgy. I have pretty good followers. I don't get a lot of hate comments or anything on my YouTube videos. I'm pretty lucky with that. But it is hard not to look at the numbers and see, like, you know, I've lost 70 followers today, people unfollow me. It's a constant thing, and with being an influencer you have to kind of be okay that, hey, people have unfollowed me, they don't want it, they don't like me anymore. That's a bit of a kick in the gut, like they don't enjoy my videos anymore, like what am I doing wrong? But it can get hard and you can get caught up in the numbers sometimes. You're pretty popular and 25 guys like you, yet you're insecure, lonely and not ready for a boyfriend. Why is this so specific? I wouldn't say I was ever popular in high school or anything. I had like quite a large group of friends, but we weren't in one group. I was kind of friends with individual people from each group, so I wouldn't really get invited to group things. So no, I wasn't really popular. I am not lonely. I am perfectly content with myself, and no, 25 guys do not like me. I don't even think I know 25 people. Your ass is fat, dude. You're a sensitive person. Yes, I am. I'm a very sensitive person. If someone says something to me that I get triggered by, or especially people when they comment on my body, I get very sensitive about that just because I've had some issues in that area. I think being a sensitive person can sometimes be looked down upon, like people are like, oh, you're so sensitive. But being sensitive means that you care about people. Being sensitive means you have empathy for others, and it means you care about others in a big way. And that's a good trait to have. It's not bad to be sensitive or overly sensitive. I'm so freaking sensitive. You don't know what to do with the rest of your life. I think that's pretty common with us Gen Zs. If you know what you're doing with the rest of your life, you're doing something wrong. If you don't know what you're doing with the rest of your life, join the club. It's okay not to know. You're a kid. I'm still a kid. I'm 18, but I still call myself a kid because I have no idea what I'm doing. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and what I'm meant to be doing will happen. I assume you hate rock melon. I don't know why, I just think that. It's actually one of my favorite fruits. And with that weird question, I feel like it brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, sorry for being a little inactive, but I'm hoping to come at you with heaps of new YouTube video ideas and new YouTube videos. And I'll see you, hopefully, next Saturday. Bye!